My mother told me several times that when I was a child I escaped to run to see a parked car, especially sport cars, and when I came back to her, often my dress and my hands were dirty because I touched them. I went around to admire them. I have never missed one Grand Prix of Formula One on television. Those red cars, speeding on the track, have always caused me much emotion. I was in the third year of secondary school when on 18th of February 1981, at the lecture hall of the Barozzi Institute in Modena, my class interviewed Enzo Ferrari. In that occasion, I was the only one to have a tape recorder, a present of my father. And for this reason they set me down to record right in front of Enzo Ferrari. At the end of the interview, that man with magnetic charm autographed me on the audio cassette, which I jealously keep. During time, my passion for these cars and for this man, who said and made incredible things, increased. I read, I inquired about this, and I started to collect the 1/43 scale models of these Ferrari Formula One participating in the World Championships. Some years ago, I came up with the idea of making sense of the collection. I want to tell Enzo Ferrari's life through the models. A collection containing all the cars that Enzo Ferrari drove, first as driver, then as board director of Alfa Romeo, and later at the Ferrari car stable. Then as a manufacturer with the Auto Avio, and finally all Ferrari cars up to the present day. There is a picture dated 19th of July 1917, which immortalizes Enzo Ferrari at the age of 19, not famous like now, newly licensed driver behind the wheel of a Caesar car. In my collection, that Caesar model is present, fundamental for what I wanted to create, as well as the model of the CM, the first car I drove as a driver at Parma Poggio di Berceto race on the 5th of October 1919, and so on. I like to define mine an educational collection because there can be many starting points for discussion. Historical notes. It was born in 1923 when I raced in the car, and I then won the race of Ravenna sul Savio circuit with Alfa Romeo car. That race was attended by the Count and Countess Paolina Baracca. They were parents of the hero of the First World War, the aviator Francesco Baracca, who died on Montello after having shot down 21 Austrian aircrafts. On that occasion, I remembered on the Baracca's aircraft nacelle a prancing horse, and the Countess Baracca told me, "Mr. Ferrari, put this horse on your cars. It will bring you luck." Another example. The famous race dated 28th of July 1935 on the Nürburgring circuit, won by Tazio Nuvolari behind the wheel of an Alfa Romeo or the Ferrari Scudery in front of Hitler and 300,000 Germans a few months before the outbreak of the Second World War. Again, the bombing on Modena city and the transfer of the Ferrari team from Modena to Maranello. Notes on the technical and aerodynamic evolution of the cars. The engine initially positioned in front of the driver, then passes behind. The use of light alloys which modified the cars, the study of aerodynamics with the appearance of the first ailerons. Stories of men, technicians and pilots who have followed one another with incredible anecdotes and stories, and so much more than can be taken as a starting point from the collection. The collection is a structure that can be easily assembled and disassembled, and can be positioned in fairs and events, hotel halls, companies, motor shows and much more, where you want to attract fans of the prancing horse, engines, the Ferrari brand, and of that man who knew how to create a myth. Only in the race and from the race, progress comes, and only in competition I see life.